Greetings, guys. I'm Fancy. I'm the editor in chief, the award winning editor in chief of Swagger Magazine. And I am hopping on today to tell you all a little bit about the inspiration behind our Sisterhood issue that will be coming out in March. And just also how you too can be a part of this issue. So I am kind of a loner, to be honest. And I think that may be kind of obvious to a lot of people because I'm kind of socially awkward in a way. Um, but I've been overcoming that. Like that's something that I've had to personally work on for a lot of years. However, with that being said, and then also just with life as well, and I'm explaining all this for a reason in case somebody's wondering, like, okay, what has this got to do with anything? But I say that to say, like, I don't know about y'all, but like when you're going through stuff in life, then you really don't, at least for me, when experiencing like trials and tribulations in life, oftentimes I might pull away from people. So in the past, I really hadn't been able to sustain relationships the way I would like to, and I say that to say, that was kind of like part of the reason why I wanted to do this sisterhood issue, because I think oftentimes like we let relationships or friendships go bad, and the other person may not be knowing why, but really we may just not have the bandwidth within us to be the person to show up that they need, as a friend. And I wanted to just kind of touch on some things like that. Also, just touch on the fact that, Black sisterhood, I think, is a really beautiful thing. And I'm not saying that there aren't other types of sisterhood. Of course, right now, you have all the Greeks celebrating their Founders Day. Shout out to them. I'm not Greek, so I really don't know much about it. But and again, like I just said, I'm kind of a loner, so that would mean, like I would have to kind of have more people in my life to really be able to understand the concept of what all the organizations mean. But I've just seen things over the years, and I really think it's a beautiful thing just to see how those friendships play out. How oftentimes you can hear of someone like, oh, how did you get that job? And it's like, well, my sister that's in so and so helped me do this, or she knew somebody, or whatever the case may be. And that's kind of like what I want to be able to create with this issue. I want us to still, even though it's not Greek affiliated in any form or fashion, but still create that sisterhood that I know that we as Black women have within us. I know that there are a lot of other Black women out there like myself who have just been kind of like workaholics. You hadn't been able to really maintain your relationships the way you like to. But then you might have like, and even for myself, while I say I don't have a lot of friends, but I do have friends, and the relationships that I have now in my life, I value so much more because I know what it's like to lose people, like people that I really cared about, but I just again didn't have it within me at the time to be the person that they needed me to be, just because I was dealing with so many other things. So with that being said, I just think that friendship can really be a beautiful thing. I think just the way we as Black women can celebrate and honor each other, the way we can come together and, just like our stories can almost be identical, just different people, different names, different locations. But we've all, not saying we've all experienced the exact same thing, but so many of us have experienced, have shared so many of the same experiences, I guess you could say. And I think that is a bond that, just kind of like it's a bond, but then there's also just a whole different other type of bond that is amongst us as Black women. To me, it's kind of like a unspoken bond, but usually, especially for the intentional Black woman, the woman that we're always talking about with Swagger Magazine, then I think you have that maturity type of level that you want to see your sister win, like you want to be better, not just for yourself but for others as well, and I say that to say those are some of the things that I would like for us to touch on in this issue. Of course, one of the articles that we already have, I think is really good, is one about dealing with conflict with friends as adults. Um, I would love it if we could actually speak to somebody who could give advice about making friends as an adult, because I keep meaning to read a book about that. About that. That's what I do. Like, if I don't know about something, then I go read about it, and I learn that way. But I keep wanting to read a book about that because I think that it's something that is of importance. I don't think that making friends as adults is as easy as making friends was, when we were kids. You know what I mean? Like there's a big difference. We have so many beliefs and opinions and things like that. It can be easy to clash with other people, or it can also be easy to connect with other people. But you just never really know how it goes until you actually give it a try. And that's kind of the thing. I think it's almost like a catch-22 because of those beliefs and so on. Oftentimes we can hold ourselves back. We may be more timid about taking a chance and speaking with other people. So at Swagger Magazine, we've just always been really big on women's empowerment, just trying to connect other women to other opportunities for growth, but also just for healing, whatever the case may be, just for that transformation that so many of us long for. You know what I mean? Like when I think of empowerment, while of course we have like our business section, but we also try to provide you all with resources that way you can not only what did they say, you can take a man to fish, or you can teach a man to fish, or whatever the case may be. Like we prefer to actually teach you how to fish as opposed to just I'm not going to say giving you everything, because I feel like we still have such a long way to go before I could be able to say something like that. And again, that kind of goes back into the whole reason why we're going live and talking about this issue and trying to get other people involved, is because we need the support of you all. Like this page right now, I don't know if you all are watching from Facebook or whether you're watching from YouTube or LinkedIn, but our Facebook page has over 200,000 followers. Now, imagine if we could actually monetize that, the more good that we could be able to do within the community. So, for this event in particular, while of course, I still feel like we're going to be doing our duty and still being of service and still offering something to the community with this issue. But it's just kind of a little different. I mean, it may not be in a form of I guess maybe not exactly in a tangible form, but definitely providing you with the information and the knowledge you need so that you can strengthen your relationships with those that you care about, or you can form new relationships, or you can grow as an individual. Like there's so many different benefits, I feel like, to actually reading an issue. So if you've never read one of our issues, I definitely invite you all to check it out, to read some of the articles on our website at swaggeronline.com, and just, get to know us as a brand, because we are really big on being the people that we write about, I guess you would say. It's like a good way to put it. Like I don't believe in us sharing things that we're not practicing ourselves. When it comes, especially when it comes to like articles and so on, even with my own writings, I oftentimes share a lot about my own life, but I'm also sharing with hopes of inspiring another woman, so that maybe she'll go out and pursue her dreams, or she'll seek the mental health attention that she needs, or care, or whatever the case may be. And it's oftentimes why we do share our stories, because as I do believe, we experience things and we think that it's happening to us, but really it's happening for someone else. Like it's happening so that someone else can see us as an example and know how to do better when that situation arises for them. And those are the type of stories that we share in Swagger Magazine. So again, if you haven't ever read us, then I invite you to check us out at swaggeronline.com. And then the reason why, hey Don, thank you. She said, amen, guys. I need to work on making certain I am sharing comments here. It's just good to have some people on, because I hadn't been really going live. So it's been a little difficult to try to get the same audience that I've had before in the past. But I'm working on it. I really, and that's another reason, that was some more inspiration behind this issue. Like, because I moved over 1,000 miles last year. I moved from Louisiana to Maryland. I People call me a career changer, but I still have the magazine. I'm still publishing the magazine. This is still my heart. So I'm not gonna say I'm a career changer. I feel like I'm a career add-on or something, because I did start teaching, but I did all these things, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, I just took all this time and just really, I don't want to say took all this time and healed, but I just feel like I could have possibly taken more time, or had I had the time, I would have did more things like journaling and just, other self-care activities or healing activities. But with the time that I did have, I tried to use it wisely, and I did a lot of thinking and just reflecting. And one thing I really know that I want out of 2024 is better, stronger relationships, better, stronger friendships. I've just been really, I have my best friend, y'all. I have a friend, we met in I think we met in second grade, because we both used to have to come to school super early. So we be at school before the school actually started. And so we would have to sit outside the principal's office until they let us in, then until they let us into breakfast and so on. And she and I have been friends ever since then. So we've been friends, I don't know, maybe about because we just had a 20-year reunion. So I don't know, y'all. Uh, I can't do the math. I'm not a math person. I'm a words girl. But my point is, we've been friends all these years, and I think a big part, like at times when I look at it, like because I had my kids early, I did not go off to college the way everybody else did. I stayed at home, whereas all my other friends and classmates went to other cities and moved away and went to school and everything. And I love the fact that my friends, because they didn't have kids, so they could have easily have forgotten about me. And I'm getting kind of emotional just even talking about it. But like they could have easily have forgotten about our friendship or just let it fall. But I actually, like, I spoke about that one friend, but it's actually a total of three friends that I've had since childhood, elementary days now, that I still, can call on right now. They could call me. But I just, and even still, I feel like I need to be in more contact with them, because now everybody's so far away. Everybody's in the South, whereas I am now on the East Coast. But it's like those little things were kind of the inspiration behind what I wanted to create with this issue. And usually, like for me, creating an issue is always about like a vibe. We always try to have a theme. While this year's themes are more, I guess you say, general. I'm not gonna say generic, but more general. We can then come up with like a sub theme. You know what I mean? Once we have our content together, and then that's when we kind of play on might be like the trends of the time or whatever the case may be. But that's typically how we put an issue together. So if you have a business that uh if you have a business or a platform that has a value of sisterhood, if you are a coach or an author or a speaker, a service provider, you have t-shirts that are for sister, that represent sisterhood, or talk about the girl gang, or trying to think of some other words that we be using, y'all, because I'm not, like, again, I'm such a loner. Like, even with my friends, I'm still awkward. So, so it's just certain things I'm not gonna say ever say to them, but it's because as I get older, I get more comfortable within myself, and I speak my mind more fluently. But prior to that, there were just definitely things I couldn't say it because it just didn't really seem like me. So I'm still growing. And I feel like our audience is still growing. And I always try to think about my experiences as a millennial Black woman, and then how that might how our audience might relate to that, as well. So we have packages for our sisterhood issue that include actually a feature within the magazine. So you get a 2-page spread within the magazine. You also get a feature on swaggeronline.com, which I mentioned earlier that you all should go and check out and read some of our articles. And then you also get a newsletter, and you get a live on our Facebook page. And our lives actually do really well. I say that way because I feel like they could do even better with 200,000 of y'all in there. And y'all, we just hit 200,000 last night, by the way. So whoop whoop, congratulations to us. Thank you all for following, for sharing, for commenting. Just whatever it is that y'all be doing, and then you may not always get the recognition for it, just for being a part of our audience. We greatly appreciate that. But as I was saying, so you also get the interview on swaggeronline.com. Hi Dion Boyd, how are you doing? And then you get to speak at our event. We're actually going to be hosting an event in Washington, D.C. The date is March 16th, and we're hosting that event in honor of Women's History Month, because everything for us is about not just women, but Black women in particular. And I say that with respect to other women and races and nationalities and everything and ethnicity groups. But my whole thing is, I'm a Black woman. That's all I know how to be. And that's who I'm here for. That's who my work is all about, just trying to encourage and empower as many Black women as possible. And at times, I'm not gonna lie, like, just even as I said that, I was kind of thinking to myself, but like, do you really do that? But I really do. When I think about the fact, just I've been doing this for 13 years now, and all the articles that we've wrote, like, if you visit our site right now, that's actually a new site. We actually had another site. That site had almost 5,000 articles on it, give or take. And I paid somebody to actually update the site, like to give it a facelift, and they moved the site and we lost all that content. So you're only looking at like a half, because we're about at 5,000 again. So you're only looking at like a half of what we've built over the past few years. And we've done that even, this past the second 5,000, we were able to generate much faster because I was steadily growing as a CEO and just learning how to hire contributors and things along the lines of that. But I'm just grateful for all of it, and I just want to celebrate other women. I want them to be able to celebrate their victories. I want to expose them to other audiences, because I think there are so many of us that are out there doing good things, great things, and that I'm not going to say we get overlooked, but if we don't toot our own horns, sometimes we may never get noticed. I realize that. I kind of have some different some strategies that I have to implement for myself, because I know that I'm more of a I think I'm more of an ambivert. So that is like, I'm either very sociable or not at all. Like, there is no in between with me. um so I have to learn how to, I'm still learning how to find that middle ground, even coming on here and doing these things. That can be very difficult for me at times, but I still do it because this is my baby, this is my passion. If I don't do it, I can't expect anybody else to do it. So I appreciate the correspondence that we have to come on and do the lives throughout the week. We actually have one coming up soon, and I need to make certain I hurry up and hop off here before because I'm hoping that one is on Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. So it's about to be starting either at 4:30 or 5:30, so I won't be long. Well, I'm about to wrap up. But if anybody's interested in the issue, then you can click on the link here. This is the package. And again, it comes with a 2-page feature in Swagger Magazine, the digital issue. You also get featured on our website. And then we also are going to interview you on our Facebook page, as well as you get to speak for 15 minutes at our event in Washington, D.C. So all of that is going to be, and then you also get a vendor table at the event. And then one last thing before I go, I wish I'd have thought about doing a screen share, but our Winning Women digital directory just dropped. I don't know if you all saw it pop up on the website. If you're subscribed to the website, then you would have saw it there. But if not, here is the link for you guys to go check it out. It is free, and it is full of Black women-led owned businesses, intentional Black women-led owned businesses. Let me be clear about that. So if you're an intentional shopper and you believe in supporting Black owned brands, then this is definitely I feel like a resource that you all can go to. I will say that this one, the version that's out right now, is going to be updated really soon, because we had several women not submit their information in time. So I'm trying to get all of that collected, and then we're going to update the volume. So I invite you all to check that out. The link is in the comments. And then if you're interested in the Sisterhood package, which is $14.99, by the way, and that again covers your 2-page feature, your website, your feature on swaggeronline.com, your Facebook Live interview, your speaking at the event, and your vendor table at the event. So, and it is an in-person event. So we're going to be outside, y'all. Like, we could get dressed up and be cute and take pictures and get content and all of those cool things. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that some of you all, even if you don't decide to purchase the package, you might know of someone who might be interested. You can refer them. If you're a publicist and you have a client, we do offer referral fees. So, there is some incentive with that as well. And I think that is everything. Thank you so much, Dion Boyd, for saying that you shared this broadcast. I greatly appreciate that. I think that's everything though, y'all. And I want to make certain that for the next live that's about to start, that I'm off in time. Well, let me just see. Did y'all have any questions? It seems like I have something in my eye. Did you all have any questions about the package or anything? Okay. I see Dion said you're welcome. And trying to see if I see anything else. I don't. But the link is there for you guys to check it out. You aren't able to actually purchase the package on the website. What you have to do is still contact us. I think I'm going to hyperlink that email address though, so that it's a mail to, so that you all can click right on it and be able to contact us. And we do offer payment arrangements if you are in need of those. Like if you want to split the total and pay it in two halves, we are able to do that for you. So I'm just looking forward to getting this issue out, getting it together, seeing what the contributors are going to come up with, seeing what advertisers are going to have. We do still have full page ads as well for $300 if anybody's interested in actually, I'm sorry, y'all. $300 was last year price. I got an extra mail about this year price. But if you're interested, then reach out to us and let us know. And then with those pages, you also get like a Facebook Live interview, and you get 2 months of social media advertisement. So you get a lot of perks. I mean, I feel like when you're dealing with us, and we do oftentimes, I feel like have to overcompensate as a small Black-owned business, but at the end of the day, I want to make certain that if we ask you, how was your experience, you can say, that you enjoyed it, that you loved the experience, that you had a great time, or that it helped you to grow your business, or whatever the case may be, that you feel like a celebrity. That's how I want you to feel when you're dealing with us. So, I still don't see any questions. I was just trying to make certain, but I'm about to go ahead and hop off. So, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all are warm and safe in this weather. It's snowing outside. I think I might be about to go to sleep because I've been working ever since early this morning, even though I was off today. But happy Dr. Martin Luther King Day as well. So peace and blessings, and I'm out.